Hello mathematicians, puzzlers, and other curious people. We are here in this video to take a look at fraction addition and subtraction. So I've got an addition problem picked out here, and that is 2/4 plus 3/4. Well, what does that really mean though? I am going to bring up an extra visual aid. So here I have 2/4, and over here I have 3/4. Now what I'm going to do is put them together. So as you can see, I put together the 2/4 and the 3/4, and now the coins here are still quarters, but now I have 5 of them, so that's what I'm going to write down. So I have 5/4. What kind of fraction we had here in the denominator did not change. That just stayed the same. We were still talking about quarters. But in the numerator, we just collected up the 2 of them and then the 3 of them, and we had 5/4. Now, some of you are uncomfortable probably with seeing fractions written this way in this top-heavy format that's sometimes called improper. Well, one thing people can do about that is rewrite it as a mixed number. So if I have 4/4, that would be 1 whole. And then a 5/4 would be just that right here. So what I really have here is 1 and 1/4. Now, if you're dealing with a large enough fraction that sketching it out is inconvenient, this next method will help. What you can deal with here is the idea that a fraction is a division problem in disguise. So you can take 5 divided by 4 and then say, okay, well, that'll be one group of 4 with 1 left over, and your remainder is your new numerator. So there we have it in mixed number format, 1 and 1/4. Now, I mentioned we were also going to talk about subtraction, so here's a problem I put together for that. 2 1/8 minus 5/6. The first thing we run into is the fact that we don't have a consistent type of fraction here that we're dealing with in our denominators. What we're going to do is get a common denominator, which basically just remeasures each fraction, but using the same kind of measurement. So instead of 8ths and 6ths, I'm going to use 24ths because I know 24 is compatible with both 8 and 6. If you're not sure, write out a list of multiples of each denominator. Now I know 8 had to multiply by 3 to get to 24, so each piece in this 1/8 is now 3 pieces, so that one piece is now 3. 6 had to be multiplied by 4, so each of these 5 pieces is now 4 pieces. Then there are 20 of those in all. So we have 2 3/24 minus 20/24. Now the next thing you run into is 3 minus 20 would be negative, and we don't want to have whole number and negative fraction. That would not be good. So what I'm going to do here is basically borrow, and what I want you to think about here is cutting up another pizza. If we cut a pizza into 24 slices, we've got 3 slices sitting there if someone wants 20 slices. Well, we can cut up one of these 2 pizzas here, 24 to go with the 3 that's already there. That's 27 in all. So then 27 minus 20 is just 7. And then the one that we didn't cut comes along. So 1 and 7/24 would be our solution here. So just remember, as long as you keep in mind the real meaning of what you're doing, that you're putting things together or taking things apart, you won't have to just memorize what number right where and drive yourself crazy trying to memorize which algorithm goes with which kind of problem. So remember, you're just putting things together and taking them apart. So for now, calculator.